Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is a battle report. What are battle reports? What they're all about? Well, you buy your models, you build your models, you paint your models, and you put them together in lists via the Warhammer 40k app, or your codex. You get your codex. There's a code in your codex to go into the app that unlocks that if their code, if your faction's codex is actually up to date. If not, you can just use the app. You get the stuff, get the rules and points for them anyway, and you make an army list and you play a game, and that's what it is today. Now, Mark's going to the GT in I think it's 2 weekends time. Not this weekend coming. I think it's the following weekend. So just trying to get as many games in for him as possible, and he's using the scenarios and the terrain setup that's in the mission packs for that terrain, for that GT. So I thought I'd throw a hard one against him today. Necrons. You'll see for the fun now. But I've got a nice army here. So I'll go and run through the list in a minute. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love. Thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so before I run through the list, Mark actually messaged me and said to me he wanted me to chuck another 250 points onto the list, just to give him more of a challenge and to give him different scenarios, different ways of trying to deal with certain units, and trying to use this unit and that unit to try and deal with and how quickly they can deal with, because Necrons are pretty tough, and in the GT there is going to be so many Necron lists. Now I hope for Mark's sake, because he hates Necrons so much, I hope for his sake he doesn't have to encounter them. But you know, there's pretty high chance he will somewhere along the line. So I'm going to bring you through my list, and then I'm going to pack everything up, head over to Mark's. We'll go through his list, because I think he's changed his list slightly. So I'm going to go, pack up, go over to his, go through his list, deploy, go through his list, and then we'll start playing. Right, so leading my Necron force is a Technomancer, sorry. This is Canaptic Cult, so it just gives me, what it does is gives me rerolls for Canaptic or Cryptek units, or Canaptic and Cryptek units that are actually inside the power, their Canaptic power matrix. Now, the way that works is my deployment zone is always part of the matrix. If I control up to more than half of the objectives in no man's land, that becomes power matrix, and it gives Canaptic or Cryptek units rerolls to hit, okay, from shooting and combat. So this is Technomancer leading 3 Wraiths. Okay, his enhancement, if once per phase, as soon as an enemy unit declares a charge against these guys, I roll a dice. On a 2+, they suffer mortal wounds, and I think a 6 gives them flat 3 mortal wounds. I think it is. Okay, I've got 3 Scarab Swarms. Now I'm going to try something a bit cheeky with these guys today. I'm going to use these guys to screen the Wraiths. Okay, because these guys can detonate. Well, one of these bases can detonate in combat, and then in my next turn they reanimate base back up, so they can just continuously keep blowing themselves up and causing mortal wounds. But more importantly, if they're within 6 inches of a Cryptek, they gain OC1. So that's that's pretty nice. There's 5 Immortals here. Their idea is just to sort of go from my deployment zone towards an objective where I've infiltrated with the flayed ones, because the flayed ones, for me, they're not very tough from shooting. For me, the best point for them to do is hide on an objective and just keep scoring points. But if they can move up and support them, then they can move off, because they have stealth as well, so they're -1 to hit. I have 5 death marks. I'm going to set them up somewhere in my deployment zone, probably on a building, just to screen out some of the backfield. But also they have an ability, if an enemy unit drops in from deep strike or from shooting reserves or rapid ingress, something like that, and they're is within 18 inches of these guys, they get a free shot at them as if it was their shooting phase. So that's quite nice. I have Bob is on the table. I have the Nightbringer. So that's Transcendent Catan. I have Nightbringer. His job is to go up towards the centre and just come deal with me. His job, he's got a special job today, because his ability, when he advances, you don't roll dice, he can just teleport anyone on the table, but he has to be 9 inches away from the enemy. His ranged attack is an assault weapon, and it's 12-inch range. So he can just teleport 12 inches away from the enemy, or 11 inches away from the enemy, and just blast them, which is very handy. His job is to go after the Scourges. Start trying to bring those down quickly. Doomsday Arc. His job is just to sit on the home field objective, probably on the best line of sight alleyway that I can find, and just keep blasting anything that moves down there. I have 2 connected Doomstalkers. One of them will be on the home field objective, because they can overwatch on a 5. Okay, and they're connectic, so they get to re-roll those as well. The other one I'll probably set up the other side of the table, just to try and screen out a bit, and again try and get some sort of alleyway of fire, so anything that comes down I can keep blasting away on them. There's 20, should be 20 warriors here. I've only put 10 out, I don't know why. That would have been a complete boo-boo. But there's 20 warriors, all with Gauls players, led by a Plasmancer. The Plasmancer has the enhancement that gives them infiltrate. So again, they're going to set up maybe on an objective, or just set up further up the field. And what I want to do is, if I'm on an objective, I'll just stand and hold as long as I can. If I'm not, then I'm going to try and entice his units forward. Start trying to draw them away from each other, just to give them a good hide-in. We have Mark's favourite, which is Annihilation Barge. Again, this is a solo hunter. He's just going to go off on his own and try and ping off his top shots at lightly armoured units. All the infantry are toughness 3, so it's not difficult there. But his main ability, when he targets an enemy unit, after working out damage for his tested destructors on top, I roll a dice on a 5+. That unit suffers D3 mortal wounds, and any of his friendly units within 3 inches of the unit targeted, I roll a dice for those. Every 5+ is D3 mortal wounds on that selected unit. So, and there's his blasters underneath as well, so he can really ping off a few units. So the 250 points he asked me to add on, just to give him a more challenge. I put a Transcendent Catan shard. Transcendent Catan shard. That would be nice. A Overlord with the Translocation Shroud. 5 of the Leech Guards. They're going to still be starting in Strat Reserves. My plan is, if he goes first, I'm going to bring them on Rapid Ingress in his end of his movement turn 2. Somewhere down the end of his side of the table, just to put pressure on him. And I've got to put a Kinetic Reanimator in there as well. I don't think it's 250 points. I think it's like 230 points or 220 points, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to pack up, go to Mark's, run through his list, and then come back and go through post battle stuff and everything else.
This week I have 4 Venoms. In one Venom there's Cabalite Warriors with all the special weapons. In another Venom over here there is some Archon with 5 Incubi, then another one with Archon with 5 Incubi here. Here. Then I have 2 Talos with Haywire Blasters and Liquefier Guns and all their special weapons and stuff. We have an Archon on foot with the Court of the Archon and Cabalite Warriors, 2 squads of Mandrakes, Beast Pack Master, 2 squads of Scourges with Dark Lances, a Void Raven Bomber, and I think that's it. Yeah.
And what's the reason for changing a few things on the list?
I find Court of the Archon gives me lethal hits and like a lot of extra abilities and stuff that I want that I don't have elsewhere in the army. And I was finding Lilith to be good but incredibly situational. That although today she would have been brilliant because like this warrior blob and stuff, she on her own just minced through. But ultimately, I just want to be able to kind of deal with more stuff. And like 2 of my worst matchups are Necrons and demons.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping the Court of the Archon. I'll see how it gets on today, but the Court of the Archon is kind of good into them as well. So
when's the GT? Is it this weekend or next
2 weekends away?
2 weekends away.
Yeah.
So I run roll for first turn, so I'm going to go move up, do my movement, do my shooting. I don't have any combat. When I come back, and let you know exactly what's happened, because the first turn is usually very, very quick.
Yep.
Right, so they moved up 5. They move forward. The Scarab Swarms set up the objective, because that's the mission we're playing. They go C1 because they're within 6 inches of a Cryptek. They will move forward. He moved up. He teleported over here and killed 3 Mandrakes for his troubles. Now going into Mark's turn 1. Very good deployment, Mark, I must say.
Cool. Move things up. Got some shots off into this big blob of infantry here. Failed the charge with the Talos afterwards. Set up an objective marker here. Come around. I did 4 wounds onto this thing, but not enough. And yeah, we'll see how it goes next turn. And then I moved a beast pack and killed the Immortals and the flayed ones that were in the middle.
Now he's in my trap.
Well, I did that's.
You had to come forward and start doing something.
That thing's designed to die.
Right, so going into my turn 2 now. Okay, so movement. I moved the warriors back a bit to try and bring them down and stop them blasting the hell out of me. Moved those guys up. The Scarab Swarms set up another objective because of the Cryptek. He moved into the ruins. He came forward. The Bob moved forward to get a target on the Scourges. He came forward to get a target on the Calibat Warriors. He killed a unit of Scourges. He killed 3 Calibat Warriors, is it?
Yeah.
Ended my movement phase. Mark rapid ingress with the Venom here. The Death Marks and the Doomsday Cannon destroyed the Beast Pack. And Daddy over here killed the Venom. He then charged these guys and killed 2 of them.
Yeah. 2. And 1 died on the way out.
Yeah.
So there should be 2 left there.
So we're going into Mark's turn 2 now.
Yeah.
Move on quickly.
Yep. Brought in the Void Raven. Left these here because they could get a shot off using heavy. Came up here and positioned myself in such a way to be able to do some shooting at the rates and to charge the rates. And yeah, I came up to do drew sabotage here, and I'm going to do sabotage with them. And then these guys are setting up. I failed all my battle shocks this turn, so people are just in the wrong position. Yeah, you need to do a battle shock for that thing there after charging the incubi. But
Okay, yeah. Right.
So I shot here with the Scourges, and we did a shitload of damage to the
Transcendent.
Transcendent Catan. I rolled a 2 on one of my damages, so I re-rolled that into a 5, and that ended up being key because John failed the exact right number of Philippines. Then I brought in the Void Raven, and the Void Raven fluffed it into himself. Things with a feel no pain, or with a 5 up really aren't his best target. I probably would have been better off avoiding him and shooting all of these guys down because the warriors in the corner, but you live, you learn. Then I came up here and I did some damage into the splinter cannons, and the blast pistol from the Archon did some damage onto the wraiths, and I followed that up with a grenade to kill the Technomancer then at the end as well. So it's just a charge phase now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to charge the Reanimator through. He's up against the wall there, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm going to charge the Reanimator there. And then we'll call it after that. And then we have a fight. I have a fight over there as well.
Yeah.
Cool. So the Reanimator. 12. And I can't just fight through the wall then. I have to go through.
Okay, so the combat phase. As expected, they destroyed the Reanimator. I was hoping he would hang in there, but he was a 26. Was it 13 wounds?
26
damage.
damage.
Yeah, 2 damage apiece. this guy's down to 4 wounds now. And he did nothing in return. So now it's my turn 3, yes?
Yeah.
And I'm up to 4 CP, is that correct?
Yeah. I don't have you spending any last turn.
No.
Cool. Well, you went to do it, but then it wasn't an option. Yeah.
Yeah. What are my missions for this turn now, Mark?
Sorry, so last turn you scored Assassination. And you got 1 for Overwhelming Force. So Ritual you get... None?
1.
No, you don't control
Oh
them.
no, there's no OC on them now. Yeah, that's right.
Containment and Marked for Death.
It's marked for death what you choose.
Yeah. I'll choose the Talos, this Venom, and the Court of the Archon squad.
Okay. And what's the other one mission?
Containment, it's like you go to a board edge and you do an action on a board edge outside your deployment zone.
Okay.
So, like, these guys coming in, they have to come in are ideal for it because they're not going to make a charge. They can't make any charge from where they're coming in.
Well, they could.
Oh, yeah. But they have to come in more than 9 inches away. So it's a 9-inch charge.
Yeah.
So, but you can't declare a charge once you run the action. Or he could do your action for you over there. He can't do it because he's in engagement range and you can't fall back. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure it
And
out.
then these guys can do it as well.
So my movement phase, shimmy him over sideways to try and get us not suffering movement penalty, just shooting. Brought these guys on, almost forgot them again. He moved up into objective. They advanced forward and held both objectives. Scale Swarms moved over. And Connected Doomstalker moved over. On to my shooting phase. Right, so my shooting wasn't that eventful. I killed a couple of mandrakes. I caused 1 mortal wound by playing a stratagem from his little blasters onto him. And combat, I charged into the Scarab Swarms. 1 detonate caused 1 mortal wound. Mark done 2 damage back to me. These guys failed their charge. And we're on to Mark's turn 3 now. Current score is 28-28.
Their movement is?
5, I do believe.
So,
Do you want to run for your movement?
sure. So I move a Talos over here to be able to get a shot at this lad here. Move these Scourges around as well for to be able to do a bit of shooting. I'm probably doing a bit of overkill on getting rid of these. This lad, but I just want to make sure of it.
You love him so much.
Venoms are all in position to shoot here. These guys moved up here to shoot there. I might just advance the Chronos actually. 1 that gets into there and string out their movement a little bit just to get them within the 9 inches. Oh, they were already within 9 inches on the advance. Cool. And yeah, kind of everyone set up to do some shooting. And then I did 4 mortal wounds with the Void Raven bomb as I came across himself there. Okay.
Right, so we're going to go to Mark's shooting phase. No doubt I think this is going to be...
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
See how the Chronos goes off now in a second. So, those guys, paint token, the court. On a 4-up, I get it back. No, so I have 2 left. These guys, on a 4-up, I get it back. No, 1 paint token left. I'll spend it here.
The Scourges.
On the Scourges, I get it back, and then I put 1 on him.
Okay.
Okay. So, that's all my paint tokens gone. Grant. So I'll do the Talos first.
You might want to get the laser out.
For which?
To see if they've got line of sight to...
Oh no, they do, yeah. Because it's to his... He's on a plastic base, so it's base to base. Arse to arse, goes around the corner there, hits him. Okay.
Okay.
To the Talos.
Right, so Mark's turn 3. Wow, that was a big change around.
Killed the Voidbringer, killed this thing here with the Talos. The Talos, because they killed that, are permanently empowered now.
Yeah.
Killed that squad over there.
And the Scarab Swarms.
Yeah. Oh, and killed the lads on top over there as well.
The Death
with
Marks.
the Void. Yeah.
and Daddy was killed.
Yeah.
Swamped. He didn't want a sandwich today, did he? Now it's my turn 4.
So I got Assassination.
Yep.
And Mark for Death.
Yep.
Yeah. So you control
nothing.
But he had more movement he could have used earlier on, didn't he? So you control 1. Cool. And you have Mark for Death still, which is this squad.
And the Talos.
That squad, the Talos, and
I think it was a Venom, wasn't it?
I think it was one of the. I think it was this Venom here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dear me. What's my other mission then?
Cleanse. Spend a CP to get rid of it.
No, I'll just crack on. I think I've only got 1, 2, 3 units, 4 units on the table. It's a bit of an uphill struggle for me now.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing the best I can.
I moved them. I've taken them out of the game. I moved
Pretty
them
much,
away
yeah.
from them. But
anyway, I'm going to go into my movement phase. It's not going to be very exciting. I'm going to just do as much damage as I can. Come back, fully go movement, do my shooting, and come back and let you know what happened, because I don't think there's going to be any combat apart from this one here that's ongoing. Right, so my turn 3, I didn't do very much. I didn't have that much left. Killed some of these guys with the Doomsday Cannon. Doomsday still could have destroyed the Venom. These guys advanced up to...
Mark for Death and Cleanse, you didn't get either.
No.
You want to discard one?
Yeah, Mark for Death, I'll get rid of that one. So going into your turn 3.
I have you on 6 CP. You're obviously spending...
Every time I spend one, I take it down.
Alright, Grant. Oh, no, I see what happens. Yeah, you're on 2. I am on 3 CP. I get Established Locus and Secure No Man's Land. So that's fine.
What is the current score, including your points for today, for this turn? Please.
3. I have 3. So 1, 2. These guys get back into the vehicle.
You have 4, because that one's sticky.
That's only you score max 3.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Cool. So it's 33 to 53.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to Secure No Man's Land and Established Locus.
I think this is going to be the last end of it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of close. Those guys are hiding in that building, aren't they? How many wounds each do they have?
Well, I did make this one. 2 wounds each, sorry, 2.
2 wounds each.
Right, so Mark's movement. Everyone's moved up into a position to just start bombarding everything and killing everything.
Nuke and shit.
Apart from this guy,
He's stuck there.
he's just been abandoned on his own.
I'm happy enough with him. I could actually, it's funny, I could play a secret mission and have my warlord in your deployment zone, but I'm heading points.
No, that's it, yeah, you could, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so shooting. Playing the strat on these for the reroll for the sustained hits 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do, I have 3 there. So these are already permanently empowered.
Yeah.
So I'm going to empower them and them.
Do you want to... Yeah.
I don't get either of them back, and then I'll just spend to empower them.
Okay.
Toughness? 8.
Doomstalker is toughness, 8.
Okay, I'll empower him. Alright. Okay. So I'll do him into the Doomstalker.
The Void Raven,
Void Raven into the Doomstalker.
Ooh.
This will be wounding on 4s. But so hitting on 3s. It rerolls. And then wounding on 4s. That was bad. 4.
AP?
4.
So 4 plus invulnerable. It's not too bad. Damage?
6 damage. And then the missile. So it's 6 gone through. Rolling. Strength 9, so 3s. 2 more. AP 3.
So 4 plus invulnerable. So that's another one gone through.
D3 damage. 2 more. 8 damage went through on that.
So he's down to 4 wounds.
4 wounds remaining.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll shoot this. And 6s. 1.
They were sustained hits, aren't they?
Yeah.
4 plus him, done. Loves it.
Cool, grand. These 2 are going to shoot that yoke.
Doomsday Arc.
Yeah, they're empowered by virtue of killing something already, so 4s. 6 damage, dead.
Yeah. So he's down to 8 wounds left.
8 wounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, the blaster. Sustained hits 2. So 5s. Nope. What toughness?
The Doomsday Arc
Yeah.
is toughness 9.
Okay, so yeah, no wounds. The Dark Lance misses. Empowered continues to miss. I'm not going to shoot the rest. Doesn't matter. In this squad here, the Dark Lance hits, wounds.
4 plus your vulnerable save. Nope.
D6 plus 2. CP reroll for 8 damage.
Bang. Does he explode? He does.
Nice. D6 damage.
It's a D3.
D3. So
I'd imagine it's these guys. He might be in range.
he's in range and they're in range. Just
Will he be effective because of
He
aircraft?
is, yeah. It's just he counts as being at the base on the table. So a D3,
Oh,
you're out of range for that stuff.
okay. So we'll do with the aircraft first. 3.
So he's on 6 wounds now.
And the little squad down here.
Yeah. 1. So kills Cavalry Warrior. And he's dead. I get a pain token. Oh, that killed this turn, just the one thing, isn't it?
Yeah. So all I did was table was 4 things. 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
Cool. And then they don't have a shot anymore. I don't know. Did I shoot them?
No, not the.
I didn't shoot Scourge.
No.
Okay, grand. So I have 1 pain token. That's it. So I'm going to charge these into him.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would
They're
love
in.
it.
He has 4 wounds left, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay, so I will empower them. 3,
Here's where all the handfuls of dice come.
9, 12.
They're 2 damage weapons, aren't they? So he needs 2 to go through.
Yeah. Rerolling for empowerment. They're strong, empowered women. Cool. Drop 2, and then these are 5s. We're getting out of the transport this turn. Fuck. Cool.
How many is that?
6, 11. Fail 2 and it's gone.
Yep.
Cool.
Hey, does he explode? Nope.
Cool. Okay. Sorry, I should have dropped in
The mandrakes.
the mandrakes back here to do establish locus, and then that's secure no man's land on that for killing him. So secure no man's land, control 2 objectives. No, oh, I didn't need to take something from you. I just needed to do some stuff. Okay.
Oh, I'll attack you here because
Yeah.
I'm going. Be nice to get him. Force to hit. Hey, get to re-roll it because it can actually cool. 1 hit.
Cool.
2s, I'd imagine. Stroke 6, yeah.
He's fine. 2 up and vulnerable. I'll hit 1 wound.
Nope.
2 damage.
So now he's down to 4 wounds.
Cool.
That was a good game.
Yeah, so like next turn you take this, but it's too late to score points on it.
Yeah.
But I still control enough to max ritual next turn.
I think I should have got them in the turn sooner.
I don't know. I think you should have contained and scored points with them, and then made your move and tried to do a charge.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the first time you're on the board, so
have you not used them before?
no.
Overwhelming force. I can't score either of my secondaries next turn. Bring it down. Oh, I just score. Bring it down. I have behind them. Yeah.
Oh, because they're still on table, yeah.
So bring it down. I'd blow that up. That's what, 2 points, and then behind enemy lines, I get 2 in there, and so yeah, 33-83 in the end. But yeah, that was tougher. That was a lot tougher. I fucked up my deployment. This map is really hard to deploy on.
Yeah, there is 2 horrible shooting lanes.
2 big shooting lanes.
Straight through the middle as well.
And then your thing being able to fucking do that advance and blast stuff. But like, I don't know any other unit in the game that does that. So, like...
Well, so you probably come across some players that have 2 of them on team.
Oh, the people have 3. People run 3. Like, so... Yeah, it's tough, but... Yeah. This is the one I lost to the Demons on. So I wanted to have another crack at, like, the deployment. The Court of the Archon is very good.
Yes, that was a lot tougher than having the Venoms whizzing around and everything else. Because for me,
them on foot isn't the end of the world either. I think they're okay.
No. See, when I see Venoms walking around, I just try and click the Venom. Yeah. And then what's inside there is just walking around slowly. I can just pick them up when I need to.
Yeah, no, if you kill the Venoms, it's worthwhile. But I think having like the Talos.
Yeah.
And then of having 2 tough units that are like not easy for the opponent to just lift.
Yeah.
Is good. The Talos I barely use, but what I have learned about this mission now is there's no need to go down there.
No.
You just have to score your points here in the middle, and then wait for you don't go down and try and interact. Like just stay down here. If you need, and like if even, I think the thing that's most worthwhile to do is when they set up their markers. It's just about coming up and dropping more OC on the other side of it than they have. Yeah. Just to fucking deny them score.
And if you can get a unit that can ping a few of them off as well.
Yeah, like I think having the Scourges back here, just shooting down that alley and not moving too much if they don't have to is really worthwhile. So anything that comes into that dies. And then screening this side. Because that's the side your opponent's going to try and come down. Yeah. And this is the side you want to look up. So... Yeah, and then just having like a squad of fucking... I think having a squad of Incubi in a Venom sitting here hidden out of sight is the play.
Because then you could just jump straight out.
I think it's a Venom sitting there like that with Incubi and an Archon in it. Just waiting to fucking, as soon as someone comes too close, just like dive out. And probably another one here.
Yeah.
So as soon as anything happens, you're out and you're on them. And then use the Venom's movement to get them back in. I don't know about this thing. I just like...
See...
When I shoot, the only thing is it allows me to kill things that are...
Far away
and awkward. Well, it doesn't because it's 24 inches, but it allows me to just get down there, kill something. And
well, it's 20-inch move plus 24-inch range.
No, minimum 20 inches.
Yeah, so I'm saying.
I have to do a 20-inch move.
Yeah, so I'm saying you have to do a 20-inch move.
Although I saw someone recently, they parked behind a building like this, and for a 20-inch move, they said...
How does that work?
They use the vertical movement. They use the vertical.
Yeah, but I thought it was in the air.
What?
I thought it was hovering
in the air.
But they
just still said like they're moving up the building and down the building and landing on the far side, which is like fucking genius.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not to say you can't do that, but yeah, I would have thought.
No, it's perfectly legal to do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of doing it, but it's perfectly legal apparently. Yeah.
See, I think with this mission as well, if you can get a couple of objective markers down quickly in the first,
it's actually really hard to get the third one.
Yeah.
This one is easy and this one's easy. Holding the center is it seems to be really important.
Yeah.
But I nearly think the key is to try and sticky the middle objective. And so you're sticky the middle objective, like here with Cabalites.
Yeah.
Early. And then so it forces your, and then like that Cavalry squad can like die or move off it.
Yeah.
But it forces your opponent to interact with the middle objective then, and then you just like every time they come near it, you just fucking lash everything off it.
Do you have any unit that come in your list that can fall back and shoot from combat, or just?
No.
Okay, because the other option you could do is pile as much in here as possible, force them come in, and then just pull back and just start blasting them and trying to funnel them into technical space.
Yeah, it's a real like alley of death, isn't it?
Yeah. But no, I enjoyed that. It was a good game.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is if you're interested in it, this is what like the competitive looks like insofar as like the problems you're presented with.
No, it is very interesting. And I'll go home now and I'll be thinking about this game, thinking about trying to think of ways of trying to make it easier. Not for me to give you ideas, for you to go, oh yeah, I was thinking about that, or yes, very good, very good. So in my army, what was your 2 favourite units that you enjoyed or you hated?
I always hate the Transcendent Catan. The Nightbringer was a pain in the arse today, but I wasn't that worried about him. And this thing over here,
The Annihilation Barge.
The Annihilation Barge, that was like, it's fast moving and it's getting shots off. That's stuff that I'm trying to hide.
Yeah.
And it's good at that.
Well, for me, your units, the Court of the Archon.
Yeah.
Fucking give me a cigar, because they're absolutely amazing. That was actually the only thing, as you said, you moved the vehicle away, you fed the vehicle with them.
Yeah, if I get the vehicle nearby to them, it just keeps them minus one to hit and wound on the unit is almost unheard of. So
yeah,
being able to get it is pretty cool.
And these guys were fantastic.
Yeah.
They killed me after half that squad of warriors early on.
Killing having the rerolls on the anti-vehicle 4+ is good, because like I didn't like the Haywire Scourges because they always tended to fucking whiff on the hit roll.
Yeah.
But they always got the hit roll off, but they whiffed on the wound roll. Where these guys are just, they're also on your pain token economy. They're better because if you can arrange for them to kill something early, then you're not spending pain. You're not spending
something simple, Space Marine Scouts or something like that.
Yeah. Just have them go up, kill something, or have something that's left on the wound, then put them into it, and it just means you're not spending pain tokens on them for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, that was a really intense game. I just want to say off the bat, there's 2 things. First thing is, the other 250 points they asked me to chuck on into the list didn't really do anything. There's really not really a need. I mean, the guys that came in from Strat Reserves, that forced the Scourges to move. But apart from that, they didn't do anything. The Reanimator just moved into the building and stood there until he's charged. So they didn't really do anything. So there wasn't really any point of having that. I did realise one boo-boo I did. Huge boo-boo. I showed you at the beginning there was 5 Necron Immortals. So only when I came back and I was looking at the list, thinking of what I could do to change it, and to gather my thoughts for this part of the video, should have been 10 Necron Immortals on the table, not 5. But, these things happen. So that's not too bad. Which means that when the Beastmasters charged them, Beast Pack, they would have survived that attack and then decided to regenerate themselves. But I don't know from that point onwards what would happen. But these, you do these mistakes. Transcendent Catan did absolutely fantastic. This first one of shooting, he destroyed 1 unit of Scourges, and I was like, yes, this is the way to deal with these guys. The only other way to deal with the Scourges is have, say, something that they can shoot and other things shoot at that. You sort of sacrifice the unit, but try and do it in a way that something else will shoot them first and kill them, and then the Scourges don't get to shoot them. Or he moves them and they can pick up 1 model from a unit, and a unit's are shot at, and you take the model off as a casualty that they can see, so they can't see nothing then. So then they can't do their move. So he's moved them into a position and can't shoot them, so they can't move again. They're out of position. That's not just anyone that plays Drukhari and has Scourges. That's one way of doing them. Transcendent Catan was absolutely fantastic. Just wipes out 1 unit. unfortunately, he failed all his saving throws from retaliation shooting from the other unit. The Nightbringer was really good as well. I wasn't too pleased with him until Mark pointed out a few things that he did do, and I was like, actually, yeah, that is true. Destroyed the Venom that came in from Rapid Ingress. Yes, the Doomstalker had to charge that unit and did actually kill all of the Incubi, apart from the Archon, who was still fighting him the whole game. But the Nightbringer then did go to central objective, take a round of firing from the Royal Court, and took them on in combat. It didn't fare too well, eventually succumbed to them. The Warriors were working fine. They worked exactly the way I wanted to work them. The only problem was, because of the scenario that was played, there was only one objective in the middle, and then it's the ritual, so you have to place your objectives. So if there was another objective there, I would have infiltrated them onto that. But I think they worked well. They got a hell of a hammering first of all, so then I pulled them back. They started to regenerate, so that forced Mark to come for them, because if he doesn't come for them, they're going to keep regenerating every turn. The Wraiths unluckily got destroyed. It was a great idea with the Scarab Swarms of just doing the ritual for them and placing an objective, because they get OC1 because of the Technomancer. Very, very sneaky, very clever. Also part in the back. But yes, the Annihilation Barge actually sounds fantastic as well. It always does. And even if it doesn't do well, because Mark destroys it quite quick, it puts pressure on him to aim shots at that, because he knows how horrible it can be. But yeah, what I would add change in this list, I don't know, the Death Marks, they killed, they finished off the Packmaster and positioned, the Beastmaster himself. But apart from that, they didn't really do anything. But they're like 80 points, 85 points. So you're not going to say no to them. You're going to take them, even if they just sit there and do nothing. The one Doomstalker did actually nothing, and they started moving into position, and it was too late. One thing I definitely know I should have had in this list for the Immortals was a Plasmancer with them, because it's Kinetic Cool. I didn't think about that. I should have put that in there. I don't know. Doomsday Arc did okay. Wasn't outstanding, fantastic. Pen to paper, he could do absolutely brilliant. But when it comes to rolling dice in the game, it always just whiffs it a little bit. I don't know. I don't think I'll take one of them next game. Next time I bring Necrons to the table, I won't bring that. That's like 200 points saved. I think maybe a couple of the Reanimators, they're 75 points, and just move them up with units. Just advance them straight up with units. Come and shoot me, deal with me, whatever. If you don't, I'm going to keep regenerating these guys, and just, something like that. Maybe 2 units of 20 Warriors and a unit of 10 Immortals, all with Plasmancers. I think it would actually be fantastic. I don't know. There's a lot of few things to think about. But even if I don't take Kinetic Cool, I still think the Plasmancers are best for them, because they give them critical hits on a 5+. So for the Warriors, if they're within rapid fire range of 12 inches, they're getting 40 shots, lethal hitting on 5s, and they get a reroll on that if they're in the Kinetic Matrix. So that's that is fantastic. That was a plan going in today, but didn't quite happen. The Immortals, I should have had 10 of them, not 5, but they have sustained hits. I think it's sustained hits 1, I think it is. But with a Plasmancer, they'll have that on 5s. And if they're targeting an enemy unit on an objective, they get to re-roll wound rolls of 1, I think. So, it's... Oh, sorry, no. I think if they're targeting the closest enemy unit, they get to re-roll wound rolls of 1. If they're targeting the closest enemy unit that's on an objective, they get to re-roll the whole wound roll. So with Plasmancer, if they're in the Kinetic Court Power Matrix, they get to re-roll to hit. So so the first one, you're just rolling for 5s to try and get sustained hits. Second one, you're rolling to hit as normal, but you want 5s again. I know it's a lot. I still think I need 6 Wraiths in the unit. Problem is, the big boys take up so much points. I don't know. I might just do a city list and just see how many like swarm type I could build, how many big units I could build, and how many different, because that would be interesting. 2 or 3 units of warriors, 20 strong. Well, I have 20 to build, so, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Any comments or thoughts, anything, chuck them below as always. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button because it costs you absolutely nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube says video and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. Yeah, thank you for watching. Hit the buttons for me. Comments below. Until next time, guys, take it easy.